Have you ever had someone walk away from you only to start showing up in the smallest, strangest ways? They don't say they miss you, they don't ask for you back, but their actions, they scream something else. When someone secretly wants you back, their mind betrays them and their subconscious starts doing things they don't even realize. Today, I'm revealing 10 subconscious signs that someone isn't over you even if they pretend they are. Let's begin. They randomly pop up in your life. They suddenly react to your Instagram story or like a post you made 6 months ago that had zero relevance to today. Seems random, right? But it's not. When someone secretly wants you back, their subconscious starts pulling them toward anything connected to you. These little interactions aren't mistakes, they're emotional breadcrumbs. They don't have the courage to text you directly, so their mind finds subtle ways to show presence without vulnerability. Liking that old post? That's them saying, "Hey, I'm still thinking about you," without actually saying it. Commenting on your story? That's an excuse to start a connection without making it obvious. It's low risk but high in emotional intent, because the subconscious doesn't care about pride, it cares about closeness. And when someone misses you but is too afraid to admit it, their behavior starts whispering the truth their mouth won't say. Pay attention. Silence still speaks. 2. They bring up shared memories. When someone brings up a song you both used to love or casually mentions a place you once visited together, it's rarely just small talk. These moments of nostalgia are powerful emotional triggers, and they're often used subconsciously to reignite connection. By reminding you of shared memories, they tap into feelings of closeness, comfort, and even longing. It's like they're saying, "Hey, remember how good it felt when we were together?" without actually saying it. This form of emotional bait is subtle, but strategic. Instead of directly asking for a second chance, they're testing the waters, trying to see if those old feelings still live inside you. It's their way of rebuilding the emotional bridge, one memory at a time, while keeping their true intentions hidden. If you find someone constantly revisiting your shared past, there's a good chance they're not over you, and they're hoping you aren't either. 3. They respond emotionally to your social media. When someone secretly wants you back, one of the clearest subconscious signs is how they react to your social media, especially your stories. Suddenly, they're the first to view them. Then come the fire emojis, sad reacts, or cryptic replies like, "This hit deep," or "Miss these vibes." These reactions aren't random. They're emotional breadcrumbs. They want you to know they're still watching, still emotionally invested, and possibly regretting their decision but without making a direct move. By reacting to your stories, they stay on your radar while testing the waters of your attention. It's subtle, but powerful. They're trying to trigger a response from you without risking vulnerability. In reality, they're not just engaging with your content, they're engaging with your memory, your energy, and everything they miss about you. So if their name keeps popping up in your story views or DMs, it's not by accident. 4. They try to make you jealous. When someone secretly wants you back, one of the most telling subconscious behaviors is their sudden need to show off a happy life, especially on social media. You'll see them posting pictures with someone new, smiling wide, going on spontaneous trips, or partying like they've moved on. But here's the truth most of the time. It's not genuine confidence. It's emotional theater. They're not doing it to celebrate their freedom. They're doing it to be seen by you. It's a performance designed to make you wonder, have they really moved on? Or are they happier without me? This is a classic psychological move. They're trying to trigger a reaction in you: jealousy, curiosity, or even regret. Deep down, they hope you'll notice, miss them, and maybe even reach out. Because when someone is truly over you, they don't try to prove it. They just live, quietly, peacefully, without needing an audience. They reach out indirectly. When someone reaches out with a casual message like, "Hey, just checking in on your dog," or "Do you still have that hoodie I left?" It might seem harmless on the surface, but there's almost always more beneath it. These messages aren't really about the dog or the hoodie. They're a safe excuse to reopen the conversation without appearing vulnerable. It's a subtle way of testing the waters to see if you'll respond, to feel if there's still warmth there. Why not just say they miss you? Because the fear of rejection is real. So instead, they lean on shared memories or belongings to break the silence in a way that feels emotionally protected. These aren't just check-ins, they're emotional feelers, and if you're not paying attention, you'll miss the real reason they reached out. They're not over you, and they're hoping you're not over them either. 6. They delay moving on. Even if they're not with you, they're not with anyone else. And that's not just coincidence. It's a powerful subconscious signal. When someone still has emotional ties to you, they may not be ready to fully invest in someone new. Their heart feels like it's in a kind of emotional limbo, quietly holding space for the connection that once was. They might go on dates, flirt, or even pretend they're moving on, but deep down, no one else quite measures up. Their mind compares every new person to you, often without realizing it. And because they haven't truly processed the loss or let go, they don't have the capacity to build something new. This emotional pause is their subconscious way of keeping the door to you open just in case. So when someone stays single long after a breakup, don't ignore the possibility. They might still be hoping for you. 7. They mirror you without realizing it. Have you ever noticed that when you change something about yourself, like your hairstyle, your fashion, or even the tone of your social media posts, they somehow do something eerily similar? That's not a coincidence. It's called mirroring, and it's one of the most powerful subconscious signs of emotional attachment. When someone still has feelings for you, their brain instinctively tries to stay connected. By copying your behavior, even in small, subtle ways, they're psychologically aligning themselves with you, without realizing it. You post something emotional or reflective, and suddenly they do too. You start dressing a bit differently, and their style seems to evolve in the same direction. Why? Because deep down they're trying to maintain that emotional resonance. It's like their subconscious is saying, I still feel what you feel. Mirroring reveals more than words ever could. It's emotional muscle memory reaching for what once felt familiar and safe. 8. They keep the connection open. They don't block you. They don't delete your pictures. And even though the relationship ended, they never fully closed the door. Why? Because somewhere deep down, they're holding on to the hope that you might come back. See, when someone truly moves on, they cut ties not out of hate, but for healing. But when they leave traces of you everywhere, that's not accidental. It's emotional hesitation. Keeping your photos, staying connected on social media, or randomly reacting to your stories. These are all silent invitations. They want you to know the line is still open without saying it out loud. It's not weakness. It's the subconscious playing safe, hoping you'll notice, miss them too, and maybe reach out first. It's a passive but powerful form of longing. Because sometimes the loudest, I miss you, is the silence that still remembers you. 9. They get awkward around you. Ever seen an ex act totally weird when they run into you? One minute they're overly friendly, acting like nothing happened the next. They're cold, distant, almost robotic. It's confusing, right? But here's what's really going on beneath the surface. Their subconscious is at war with their emotions. They haven't truly moved on, but they don't know how to handle the feelings bubbling up when they see you. That sudden awkwardness, forced smile, or nervous energy isn't random. It's a sign they're overwhelmed, not indifferent. Deep down, they might still want you back, but pride, fear, or regret holds them back from saying it. So instead, their behavior leaks out in strange, unpredictable ways. It's not that they don't care, it's that they care too much and don't know how to show it without looking vulnerable. Pay attention, because awkwardness often hides unfinished emotions. 10. They talk about regret. In general, they may never come out and say, I regret leaving you, but listen closely. Their words will betray them. Instead of direct confessions, they'll talk about mistakes, bad timing, or how they wish they'd done things differently. It sounds general, even casual, but it's not. These are emotional breadcrumbs. Their subconscious is bleeding out what their pride won't let them say aloud. They're testing the waters, seeing how you react, hoping you'll pick up on the hidden message. When someone still has feelings, they often disguise them behind vague reflections and what-if moments. Don't ignore it. That kind of language isn't random, it's intentional. They're not just talking to fill the silence, they're leaking pain, regret, and possibly love. So if you're hearing those kinds of words, they may not just be thinking about the past, they're quietly hoping for a second chance with you. The subconscious never lies. Even when someone pretends to be over you, their actions, their energy, and their emotional patterns tell a different story. So pay attention, because if you notice even 3 or 4 of these signs, they're not just thinking about you, they're hoping you're thinking about them too. If this video opened your eyes, hit like, drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe, because I break down the hidden psychology behind attraction, love, and relationships every week.